This is mod 1 for the reverse table. We're gonna bring those legs just a little wider apart and maybe walk those feet forward if you know your knees are super tight. Bring those arms just wider than shoulder width apart, and your fingers will probably point out at about a 45-degree angle. From here, actively pushing your feet down into the floor. See if you can just lift the hips up off the floor. Test the waters here. If everything feels okay in your shoulders, maybe start to lift those hips a little bit higher. So the idea here is to not let the knees splay outward. We're trying to keep the weight into the inner line, the medial line of the body, so we can decompress the lower back to maybe lift those hips a little bit higher. Take a break if you need it. Push into the feet and lift those hips back up. Make sure this feels safe into the shoulders and there's no pulling in or around the joints. Eyes are forward, back of the neck is long. To come out with control. Don't let your hips bounce to the floor. Draw your core in, slowly release the pelvis to the floor. This is mod 2 for the reverse table, opening through the front of the body. So you're gonna look down at your feet. You want your heels directly in line with the middle of your sits bones. Place the feet down onto the floor, reach those arms behind you. The fingers will probably turn out just slightly. From here, start to lift the hips up off the floor, test the waters, make sure everything feels safe in the shoulders. Slowly start to lift the hips up just below knee height. Checking in here, make sure everything feels safe in the knees and the tips of the shoulders. So we're opening through the whole front line of the body. The back body needs to be supportive, so the hamstrings are engaged, the glutes, the muscles between the shoulder blades. Action is in the hands and the feet. Continue pushing the feet and the hands into the floor. Eyes are forward, back of the neck is long. Breathing here. To come out, break at the hips. So slowly let your hips come down towards the floor. Place the butt onto the floor. Take a breath. Big inhale, let it go, exhale. This is mod 3 for reverse table. Coming into that reverse 4-point position. So look at your feet, same alignment. Second, third toe, knee and hip bones stay in one line. That's what we're trying to get to. Heel bones directly behind sits bones. Alignment, symmetry, really important. Bring your hands behind you. So the crease of your wrist will be right below the heads of the shoulders when you lift your hips up off the floor, fingertips pointing straight back. From here, you're gonna test the water. Start to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. If everything feels okie dokie in the shoulders, start to lift those hips up to knee height. So the idea here is to get this alignment, this symmetry from the middle of the second, third toe, knee, hip, and shoulder are in one line. Using your breath and your core to stay here. Breathe, push into your feet, push into the hands. Making a table position with your body. To come out, slowly start to break at the hips, come out with control. Relax the hips down onto the floor and take a breath. Breathe in and let that go. Exhale.